William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was a verbal contortionist. He could bend his words like a contortionist bends his frame, and one would hope that he could with a name like William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare. Okay, some of you seem lost. Look, say your name was Robert Frost, but you couldn't write. Well, that would suck. But hey, at least you could go as Bobby Frost and own an ice cream truck. He was balanced like a metaphor and could stack simile 5, 6 at a time and rhyme until the very last line of a soliloquy, which finally said outright what the previous 77 were only hinting at. He had puns and quips and tons of trips of sons on ships with nuns with buns and hips and lips, but I have something that Shakespeare never had. Penicillin. You see, it hadn't been invented yet. Back then, they only had quillicillin. Hey, it's not that hard, Bard. I'm sorry, I got a bone to pick with you, William. So, if you could just listen up here and listen to this theater kids theater query here, and maybe act like a real artist for once in your life. Say, Van Gogh, lend me your ear. You're not a writer. You're a writer like Hulk Hogan's a street fighter. You write these dramas, you accumulate your wealth, you hold nature as to a mirror of itself. You know, just because you're messed up doesn't mean that we are too. Just because you're in love with your mom doesn't mean that Danish princes are too. What, who? Yeah, Hamlet, Shakespeare, that's right, you know. The young prince's father died at the hand of his uncle, with whom his mother lied. Sound familiar? It's the Lion King! You stole from a Disney movie, you plagiarizing mooch. What's next? A French king on a quest to find his lost son, Nemo. Oh, and by the way, poetic talent. Really easy to fake when thy sentences doth no sense make. To be or not to be? That's the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take up arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more. And by sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, a chance to dream. Ah, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. Like what? Hit it. Shakespeare's first great smash hit was a play about King Henry V's son, King Henry VI. And so successful was the production that he had to write 2 sequels. And striding through the 3 plays is his first great character. An ambitious, self-regarding politician who will stop at nothing and no one to achieve his ends. A man whom one day will rival Stalin or Hitler with his tyranny, but, like all of Shakespeare's villains and heroes, he speaks directly to the audience. He confesses to you his deepest desires. He makes you laugh and smile. You begin to sympathize with him, even to like him. As the young Duke of Gloucester confides in you that he believes he has been miscast by nature and longs to play the star role of King Richard III. Well, Say there is no kingdom then for Richard, what other pleasure can the world afford?
I will free myself, or hew my way out with a bloody axe!
Why, I can smile and murder whilst I smile and cry content to that which grieves my heart and wet my cheeks with artificial tears and frame my face for all occasions. I'll drown more sailors than the mermaid shall. I'll slay more gazers than the basilisk. I'll play the orator as well as Nestor, deceive more slyly than Ulysses could, and like a Sinon take another Troy.